March 1968, South Africa. A farm in the beautiful countryside north of Johannesburg. The farmer, Gary Player.
I love horses very much indeed. In fact, I am more or less planning my life ahead now so that one day when I do stop playing golf, I won't be lost. I'll know exactly what I want to do, and I'll run this farm, which is a lumber farm or a timber farm. Also, we have cattle, and now I've brought these 20 quarter horses from America, and we'll breed these and hope to run it as a business and get started for one day when I retire from golf, which I think will be quite a few years still. As you can see, my entire family likes to ride. We've had a lot of pleasure and enjoy it very much indeed.
Japan, the wife and children of another famous golfer, Chen Ching-po. A Chinese professional born in Formosa, Chen now lives in Tokyo. A visit to a Shinto shrine on the day of departure for America and the Masters, the world's most celebrated golf championship. All is in order now, and Chen Ching-po drives down the streets of Tokyo toward the airport. Argentina, strolling in the heart of Buenos Aires, his hometown, the greatest golfer ever produced in South America, Roberto Di Vicenzo.
Well, we are here in Buenos Aires, looking to the city, and I am ready to go play in the Master Tournament right now. I take the plane next week to play the big tournament. You know, I won the British Open last year, and I'm feeling be very happy to win the Master, and I am ready right now to go there.
From BA, Buenos Aires, the capital of Argentina, to GA, Georgia, and the Augusta National Golf Club, the Mecca of golf. From all points of the compass, golfers from every continent will be assembling here this week for the annual Masters Championship. At the head of the familiar Magnolia Drive, the graceful old colonial clubhouse. Yes, the azaleas are in bloom. The terrace, a gallimaufry of colorful umbrellas. The beautiful course, co-designed by Robert Tyre Jones Jr., the immortal Bobby, has wintered well and is ready to test the strong international field. All in all, 18 golfers from 10 foreign countries have converged on Augusta, bringing the starting field to 8 amateurs and 64 professionals. Thursday, the morning of the opening round, the spectators are out early, buoyed up for the tournament. By the way, this year once again, tickets for the Masters were entirely sold out months ahead. And once again, off first traditionally, the 2 honorary starters, Fred McLeod, 85 years old, and Jock Hutchison, 83.
First player today will be the former U.S. Open champion, Freddie McLeod, winner of that tournament in 1908, 85 years of age. Partner, the former British Open champion, PGA champion, Western champion, and quite a few other things. We'll play next. The very, very well-known Jock Hutchison, my grandfather.
The applause tells the story. 2 beautiful drives. And now, the big guns begin to fire. Arnold Palmer, the only 4-time winner of the Masters. Gay Brewer, the defending champion. Billy Casper. Chin Ching Po. Picked it clean as a daisy. Julius Boros. Ease personified. Tom Weiskopf making his first appearance here. Among the amateurs, the perennial Walker Cup star, Bill Campbell. The PGA's Rainbow of Happiness, Doug Sanders. Samuel Jackson Sneed, in a spot of trouble. That's how to play an intentional hook. The Masters 72-hole record holder, Jack Nicklaus. On the short fourth, one of the comparatively early starters, Billy Casper, 2 under par, is bunkered before the green. What a master of the wedge. Casper rescues his 3 and stays 2 under par for the round. He's the early leader. As the day wears on, Casper holds on to the lead. On the long 15th, a skillful little wedge pitch sets up a crack at another birdie. If Billy makes this putt, he'll go 3 under par. Yes, sir, Billy's going to be hard to keep up with today. Shortly after Casper leaves the 16th, the television camera on that hole picks up Clive Clark, a young British professional, as he plays the scenic par 3, 190 yards over a fairway of water. Clark's using a 2-iron. The ball is dead on the pin. It's running straight for the... It's in the cup, right in the cup. Clive Clark has just made a sensational hole-in-one, the first ever recorded on film in the history of the Masters. But the day's honors belong to Billy Casper. Here on the 18th, a 4-footer for a 68. Yes, Bill, some days they all drop. The scoring has been very low today. Jack Nicklaus approaching the home green. He's 2 under. And there's a real good-looking shot coming down to the left of the flag, the golfer's left, and stopping just about hole high. The greens softened by the spring rains have been very holding, and that's one reason why the scores have been so low. The birdie putt goes down, a 69 for Jack Nicklaus. As the leaderboard shows, 9 golfers have broken par 72 by 2 shots or more on this opening round. This scoring system, originated by the Masters, enables the spectator to tell at a glance the relative standing of the leaders at any moment. Red numerals denote the number of strokes under par a player stands at that point in the tournament. Green numerals, the number of strokes over par. A green 0 means he's even. Friday, another warm, bright Georgia spring day. The soft air stirred by scarcely the ripple of a breeze. The forecast for the weekend, incidentally, promises 2 more days of this perfect weather. If the wind stays down, we might see some extremely hot scoring today. The greens are still holding very well. Palmer, nevertheless, has overshot the 5th. There's a very fine recovery from the rear bunker. This for his par. Down it goes. Arnold doesn't look to be at his sharpest today. He's not concentrating well. Bunkered off the green on the long 2nd, Tony Jacklin, the young English star. A lot of English on that shot. Early in the afternoon, Bruce Devlin from Australia moves into the lead 5 under. But on the 11th, that perilous par 4, trouble for Devlin. He's hit his approach shot into the water guarding the green. After taking a penalty stroke, he'll be playing 4 from the drop area. Is it long enough? No, it thumps into the bank before the green. Bruce's ball has finished in a clump of tall, thick rough at the base of the bank. He's not in the hazard area. He can ground his club. Terrible lie, though. Whoops, Bruce almost took a bath on that swing, and he didn't get the ball out. Indeed, it's down so deep, Bruce can hardly locate it. Well, here we go again. It's hard to hit what you can scarcely see. Thank goodness he's got it out of there. But after this costly misadventure, Bruce Devlin lies 6 on the far edge of the green. Finally, a 3-footer for an 8. In the course of a single hole, Devlin, the leader, has lost 4 strokes to par and has fallen 4 strokes behind the new leader, Bill Casper. A huge gallery lines the 13th, 475 yards, par 5, as Devlin prepares to play his second shot. Bruce parred the 12th. Creek or no creek, he's going to gamble. He's going for the green on his second with a wood. There's a courageous shot, and a superb shot over the creek, onto the green, and rolling dead only 8 feet from the hole. A chance for an eagle. That's the way to come back. Oh, slipped off a foot from the cup. Still a birdie for Devlin. That old devil, the 11th hole again. Someone's in trouble. That looks like Doug Ford, the 1957 Masters champion. Or is it Tom Sawyer? Later, Tony Jacklin from the back bunker on the 11th, shooting right at the water. He's cut that ball out perfectly. A first-rate prospect, this boy. During this second round, no fewer than 6 different golfers have held the lead and lost it. Devlin, Jacklin, Nicklaus, DiVincenzo, Goalby, and Casper. For example, after 3 bogeys in a row, Casper is now back to even par for the tournament. On the 13th, a chance for Casper to get rolling again. A birdie putt from 25 feet. Inches short. No, it's not Billy's day. But it is Gary Player's on the 18th. An excellent iron, about 20 feet below the cup. Gary's bogeyed 1 hole today, birdied 5. A crack at another birdie. It topples in, and the South African Bert Lancaster gives it a little punctuation. A 67, a 36-hole total of 139. That puts Player in the lead. Back on the par 5, 15th. Don January chips from off the fringe, playing his 3rd. Smack into the hole for an eagle 3. January went on to finish with a 68 and a tie for the lead with Gary Player. The galleries have certainly seen a lot of spectacular golf today. Quiet now here on the 16th as Frank Beard bends over a 35-foot birdie putt. Now don't tell me that's going to fall too. Oh man, that birdie, his 4th in 5 holes, his 7th birdie of the day, caps a tremendous rush by Frank Beard. A magnificent 65 moves Beard out of the pack and into a tie for 2nd, just 1 stroke behind the co-leaders, Player and January. One familiar name is missing from the leaderboard, Arnold Palmer. More than that, after a 79 on his 2nd round, Palmer amazingly has failed to survive the 36-hole cut. We spoke to Arnold that evening.
Here at Augusta, you never really know what to expect. Anything might happen, and it seems like through the years, it does. It's been a it's always a pleasure playing in the golf tournament. I'll look forward to coming back again next year and trying to make the cut.
Saturday, the day of the third round, the tempo picks up. 52 golfers in all have made the cut. This includes 5 of the 8 amateur starters, 13 of the 18 foreign golfers, a splendid showing. Among the contenders, Ray Floyd is off very fast this morning. He's birdied the first 2 holes. On the third, he goes after a third bird. One more turn. Yes, and that puts Ray Floyd 5 under par and into a tie for the lead. 45 minutes later, Frank Beard, paired with Floyd today, has captured the lead. Beard is hitting his approach to the 7th. It may catch that front bunker. Just cleared it, and it settles on the apron. Frank will have a chip of about 55 feet. Slightly uphill. 3 feet past. Okay, make it 2.5 feet past. He's missed it, and Frank Beard is no longer out in front. By now, the choice gallery positions, such as this one on the 16th, have long been filled. It looks as if the spectators may be in for another day like yesterday. Did you ever see so many red numbers on a leaderboard? A dozen golfers are still jammed tightly together, all challenging for the lead, but no one seems to be able to move away from the others. On the 12th, surging back, Jack Nicklaus. The pin is set today at the front of the green, and this shot of Jack's could be pretty close. Spinning back to about 17 feet. This to go 5 under. Beautiful putt. Right in the center. However, after this, Jack began to fade. And as he did, Gary Player began to come on. The last of the contenders to go out, Gary, followed by a large gallery, stands 4 under par as he plays his approach to the 10th. He's fired it right at the flag. Marvelous shot. Listen to those cheers. And Gary Player moves to within 1 stroke of the current leader, Don January. January has just arrived at the short 12th. A little long, but I'm sure Don will take it. This 12th hole, as you know, often causes the leader all sorts of trouble. But Don's in a good position to make his par. Come to think of it, he's already holed 2 chips during this tournament, and who knows, he might chip in again. A great bid. Wouldn't you know it? That old 12th hole voodoo. A near birdie becomes an actual bogey, and January's no longer the leader. On the 15th, putting for an eagle, Vinnie Giles. You can't come any closer than that. By the way, a word about this freckle-faced young amateur. He's a student at the University of Virginia Law School. And he's come down here for the first time and played absolutely remarkable golf. Then he went on to finish low amateur in the tournament. Approaching the 15th now, Goalby. It's sliding off to the right, into the spectators. And out of them. Bob's been scrambling, but he's 4 under par for the tournament. A lovely running chip. Read that break perfectly. 5 under, and Goalby is tied for the lead. He's been putting very well. On the 18th, lots of action. DiVincenzo. A birdie 3. Roberto finishes the day 4 under for the tournament. Moments later on the 18th, a birdie attempt by Bruce Devlin. Yes. That puts Devlin 5 under par, along with Beard, Floyd, January, Goalby, and Player. What we have looming, believe it or not, is a 6-way tie for the lead after 54 holes. Player on the 18th, hitting his second. From his lie on the right side of the fairway, Gary had to fade that wood out and around the tall pine trees, and that's just what he's done. He's 30 feet above the cup, and he faces a very difficult putt. It looks like it has a double roll. The ball should break slightly to the left first, and then break back to the right, like an S. A brilliant putt. And with that dramatic birdie tree here on the home hole, Gary Player takes the lead all by himself at the 54-hole mark. Never before in the history of the Masters have so many contestants been in a position to win this championship. With 18 holes to go, 9 golfers are clustered within 2 shots of the leader, and no fewer than 16 golfers are within 4 shots of the leader. What a day we have in store for us. Sunday, the morning of the 4th and final round. Again, a warm, sunny day. But beneath the general serenity, an almost tangible tension. And you can feel it increasing as the hour approaches for the contenders to tee off. Off at 1 o'clock, Roberto Di Vicenzo. He splits the fairway with a very long drive on this 400-yard par 4. Only a 9-iron left. Pin on the left side of the green, tucked behind the front bunker. Carrying the bunker, bouncing toward the hole. It jumped right into the hole. A sensational eagle, too, by Roberto Di Vicenzo. And this gallery is really whooping it up. By the way, this is the old campaigner's 45th birthday, and that eagle's a most welcome present you can bet. Roberto, after starting the day 2 shots off the pace, is right up there now, tied for the lead. He removes the flagstick gingerly, and his caddy, Robert Brown, retrieves the ball. On the second, a tap-in for a birdie. Di Vicenzo takes over the lead. He's playing inspired golf today. On the third, another tap-in birdie. Now Roberto leads by 2 shots. He's the man to catch. Back on the first fairway, Bruce Devlin starts his chase. It's not in the cup, but it's up there very close. Great shot. Devlin is moving. On the par 5 second, after a big drive, Devlin will be trying to get home with the 2-iron. Oh, he hit that shot a little heavy, and he's pulled it too. It's headed for the bunker on the left edge of the green. Oh, there's a good break for Bruce. 45 feet from the pin. Another birdie for Devlin. He trails Di Vicenzo by a single shot. On the third, his 3rd straight birdie, Devlin's tied for the lead. On the 5th, Bob Goalby from 7 feet. That's Bob's first birdie of the day, and now he's in the hunt. Goalby from the elevated tee on the short 6th, 190 yards. A good-looking iron, pulled just a fraction. A downhill curler here. Yes, sir. And Goalby's just one shot behind Devlin and DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo at this moment is on the par 5 8th, playing his third. He's chipped it stone dead for still another birdie. DiVincenzo goes 9 under for the tournament, a shot ahead of Devlin, 2 ahead of Goalby. The red-hot pace he's set has burned off most of the other contenders, and they've been playing good golf. Jack Nicklaus, for one, has a lot of ground to make up, but Jack is certainly not out of it yet. Here on the 11th, a 5-iron. A handsome shot that sits down quickly. Jack lines up his 40-footer. Willie Peterson flags the hole. Go to work, Willie. Not to take anything away from Jack, but that Willie Peterson has got to be one of the greatest flaggers of this era. Back on the long 8th, Bob Goalby playing his third, a wedge pitch. Not too much bite on it, 18 feet past. It looks like a straight putt. Controlling everything today. He's 8 under now. Sticking to Roberto like glue, he's just 1 shot behind him. Roberto's moving along smoothly though, still 9 under as he comes to the dangerous 12th. Oh, he's played a very brave shot. The pin is set close to Rays Creek today, and he's going right for it. A beauty. How he'd like to pick up a birdie here. Got it. DiVincenzo leads by 2 again. 2 solid pars for Roberto, and then the long 15th. Safely over the water, but bunkered on his second. A fine sand shot under all this pressure. Crack at a birdie from 10 feet. Olé! Roberto DiVincenzo has played astounding golf today. He's 7 under par for the round, 11 under for the tournament. He may be home. He leads the closest man, Bob Goalby, by 3 big shots. Goalby is on the 13th playing his second. He's chosen to lay up short of the creek on this treacherous par 5. A 75-yard pitch left. Close, but not as close as Bob would like it. Bob needs desperately to hold this birdie putt to get back into the battle. He's really working on it. He's made it. Bob Goalby has shown us some fantastic clutch putting today. Now he trails DiVincenzo by only 2 strokes. He's 9 under on the par 4 14th from the back fringe. Goalby playing his third, putting it. He's holed for another birdie. And this courageous countercharge by Bob Goalby has taken him now to within a shot of DiVincenzo. 4 holes left. 1968 Masters has turned into a 2-man duel. DiVincenzo and Goalby have set such an incredible pace that some exceptional golf by Bruce Devlin and other contenders has been rendered almost irrelevant. Even Bert Yancey's great driving finish. Yancey's on the 18th, this putt for a 65. He's finished 9 under, 279. That score would win most Masters, not this one. Back on the long 15th, Goalby, the crucial second shot. Bob's hit a 3-iron, and he's hit it solidly, well over the water. Landing on the front edge of the green, rolling up 8 feet from the pin. He's got a putt for an eagle. On the 17th, the adjoining fairway, DiVincenzo watched by millions of TV viewers. The shouts have told him what Goalby has done. He knows his lead is now in jeopardy. Does he have an answering shot? Indeed he has. Roberto has put that wedge 3 1/2 feet from the cup. Talk about drama. At almost precisely the same instant, DiVincenzo will be putting for his birdie, Goalby for his eagle. If either misses, the other will be in the lead. DiVincenzo holds. Goalby holds. They've tied now. 2 red 12s go up on the scoreboards all around the course, like here on the 18th. Indescribable excitement. The spectators jam the 18th fairway. DiVincenzo is ready to play his approach. A 4-iron. Headed for the pin on the left side of the green, hooking just a shade. The ball kicks off the bank and down into the gallery. Trying to locate it now. And there it is, trickling down into the greenside area, tramped into hard pan during this tournament. A tremendous hand for Roberto, but his mind is on the shot he'll be playing. That hooked approach is just about his first error of the day. He studies the pin area. Roberto's made his decision. He's going to roll the ball up the bank with his putter. Touchy shot. He's gauged it almost perfectly. Under the immense pressure, a superb recovery. Roberto has an 8-footer left for his par. He's got to get this putt, or else he'll open the door for Bob Goalby. The putt should break just a hair to the right. Cut the corner and twist it out. DiVincenzo will have to settle for a 5 here, his first bogey of the day, and it could be a very costly one. A 5, but what a performance Roberto has treated us to. A 65 today, 11 under for the tournament. Bob Goalby is on the 17th. Bob parred the 16th, and if he can par the last 2 holes, he'll win this tournament. Off the 18th green, Roberto, having checked his card, signs it. The 17th green, Goalby is on in 2. A long 45-footer, short and slipping off to the right, 7 feet away. Bob wanted to be closer than that. Slightly uphill. Broke off in the last 6 inches. This will be Bob's first bogey of the day. And that 5 changes things. Goalby is back to 11 under. And now he needs a par on the 18th to tie DiVincenzo. Hold everything. Something's going on at the 18th. DiVincenzo has been called back to the scoring officials' table. The report is that he may have signed an incorrect scorecard. On the 18th tee, Bob Goalby. Bob's cut across that ball, and it's heading straight for the pines on the right. It could be in the wood. No, the ball's hit a tree, and it ricochets back onto the fairway. That was a terrific break for Bob. He'll be playing his approach with a 2-iron. Difficult green to hit. He struck that iron very well. That should be home. It is a great pressure shot, finishing about 50 feet from the flag. standing ovation for Bob Goalby. This has been by far his finest tournament during his 11 years as a professional. He still has work to do, though. To tie with DiVincenzo after their long duel of parry and thrust, Goalby must get down in 2 putts. Downhill, 50 feet. That looks like a very good putt. Stopping, say, 4 feet from the cup. Roberto still sweating out the impending decision of the Rules Committee. This is the big one. This for a 66. This for a tie. Right in the heart of the cup, and Bob Goalby ties Roberto DiVincenzo. A fitting climax to one of the most thoroughly stirring championships in the long history of tournament golf. Tomorrow, an 18-hole playoff to decide the winner. Goalby has 2 scorecards to check. His own, of course, and the one he's been keeping for his playing partner, Ray Floyd. In regard to Roberto's card, now we know the facts. His playing partner and scorer, Tommy Aaron, put Roberto down for a 4 and not a 3 on the 17th. And in going over his card, Roberto did not detect the error before signing it and turning it in. The Rules Committee will presently be announcing its decision. Goalby, after checking his own card, turns to Floyd's card. Here's an irony. Goalby spots a scoring error he's made, and he changes a 3 to a 4 on 16. The cards are signed and turned in. Roberto has now been informed of the Rules Committee's decision. Although he scored a 3 on the 17th, under the rules of golf, he must be charged with a 4, his score for the hole on the card he signed. In golf, the scorecard is official. Roberto's score becomes a 66 and not a 65. There will be no playoff tomorrow. Bob Goalby is the 1968 Masters champion, the winner by a stroke with a 4-round total of 277. The runner-up with a total of 278 is Roberto DiVincenzo. Just as the 1968 Masters must rank as one of the greatest tournaments of all times, this, to be sure, must be one of the cruelest disappointments a golfer has ever suffered. To explain once again the rule that cost DiVincenzo a tie, Rule 38, Paragraph 3, a rule that cannot be waived, Clifford Roberts, chairman of the Masters.
This tournament is always played in accordance with the United States Golf Association rules. Although Roberto DiVincenzo made a birdie 3 today on the 17th hole, he signed and returned his card, which showed a 4 on that hole. Under the rules, this score, as returned, must stand. Therefore, instead of having a tie, Roberto has finished in 2nd place, and Bob Goalby is the winner of the tournament. I make this announcement on behalf of the Masters Tournament Rules Committee.
At twilight, the presentation ceremony. Roberto and Bob sit side by side, old friends, good friends. When it comes to sportsmanship, you just can't say too much for this gentleman from Argentina, Roberto DiVincenzo. And now it's time to salute the new champion. Bob Goalby's magnificent 66 has never been bettered on the closing day by any previous winner of the Masters. The 1967 champion, Gay Brewer, helps the new champion into his green Augusta National coat, the traditional emblem of victory in the Masters. A memorable championship comes to an end.